nanay, walang akasan. Hustle hard, dream big, you're not alone. We're building empires for our home zones. Para sa pamilya, para sa kinabukasan. Akong sandaan, todo sa tagumpayan. One click, one step, let's go. Your power grows with every flow. Stock knows we're stronger than ever. Together we rise, we conquer, we gather. For the dreams, for the grind, for the family fight. FH Malls are unstoppable tonight. FH Moms, your journey starts now. With grit, with love, we'll show them how. From homes to heights, we'll take the prize. FH Moms, forever we rise. Fuck knows we're stronger than ever. Together we rise, we conquer, we gather. For the dreams, for the grind, for the family fight. FH Moms are unstoppable tonight. Unstoppable tonight. FH Moms, your journey starts now. With grit, with love, we'll show them how. From homes to heights, we'll take the prize. FH Moms, forever we rise. I got the funk tonight. FH Moms, this is your time. Break the chains, let your stars align. Rise from the crowd, make your mark today. FH Moms is here leading the way. Here we go, nanay, walang akasan. Dreams mo yung bagahe nasa tahanan. Warriors, hustlers, queens.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mommy Apple, and welcome to Building Healthy Relationships Valentine's Day workshop here on FH Moms. And we're also streaming live on Healthy Expressions Facebook page and with Ample Work. So let's share the love by sharing this live to your friends and family this Valentine's Day. We are live also on YouTube and a Facebook page of FH Moms Healthy Expressions again and the Ample Work. So let's ask everyone first where they are watching right now. We wanted to see that on the comment section. So happy Hearts Day and good evening, good morning to all our viewers. Can you say hi on the comment section first so we'd know where you are watching right now? Yeah, let's spread the love today. Hi, everyone from Nikki. Hello. So we have, yeah, 7,000 viewers. So we're on live globally, not just here on in the Philippines. So we're also live in US, wherever you are right now. So please share with us where you are watching. Before I introduce our speaker, hi, from also from the Philippines. Hi, Joe, watching from Parañaque City. Okay, so I think we're good right now. I want to introduce our speaker. He's a relationship and marriage coach. While serving in churches for decades, he realized his passion in counseling, coaching, and people, especially couples married or unmarried. He has done weddings, premarital, and marriage counseling for the last 25 years, and he loves it. He is so excited seeing that he's helping couples grow healthier and stronger in their relationship. He also loves talking with people. So let's have a conversation about restoring your relationship or marriage back to health. So, whether you're turning in from the US, the Philippines, or anywhere in the world, we're so excited to have you here. Today, in partnership with Filipina home based moms, Get Hired, we have Pibong Pinay, we have, I think that Tapsen. So, yeah, let's engage newly married or or just you're just rekindling the spark. So let's get ready to engage in this interactive, heartwarming session. So let's start. Let's give a warm applause and warm welcome to Mr. Stephen Kim. Hi,
Hi,
Stephen.
how's it going? How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a Valentine's Day here. Oh, well, we just celebrated Valentine's Day here in the Philippines. But how was your Valentine's Day there in the US?
I mean, I kind of don't like Valentine's Day, and I know what some people are thinking. You're a relationship marriage coach counselor, so why don't you like it? I'll explain in a little bit why, but it's another day, but I'll explain.
Yes, so hi also to Nins Largado watching from Bacoor City here in the Philippines. Hello there. So please share this live to your friends and family. Okay, so now you're ready, Stephen?
Yes, if you, I think I have a slideshow.
Yes, of course.
Thank you
Okay,
so
see
much.
you.
Okay, well, it's good to be here, and I just want to thank all the groups that allowed me to be here. And I just want you to take whatever parts that you really enjoy and to share with other people because, as human beings, we are created to be in relationships, right? uh, because I'm a pastor, I believe that we have a relation with God. And so to be healthy individually, we need to be in healthy relationships. So this could be for anyone who's dating, anyone in a committed relationship, anyone who's married. There's some key important things here. And so I started with, I don't really like Valentine's Day because it is like having a cake and Valentine's Day is just the frosting, right? You cannot say this one day, February 14th, is the day that, I tell my partner, I tell my spouse, I love them and I would do anything for them. Well, what about October 12th? Or what about March 20th? So I kind of like Valentine's Day, but I don't. And so just a little background. This May, my wife and I will be married for 27 years. We have two, I guess, almost adult children. One is a second year in college. My youngest one is a senior. We live in New Jersey, in the United States. And as the introduction, I've been doing this for quite some time, and I really enjoy it. But I want us to continue with this presentation. Let me be very clear. There are no perfect marriages. There are no perfect relationships. But what we're striving to have is healthy relationships, healthy marriages. And that also includes arguing during those times and being at odds. And so we're going to go through this. I'm going to these 10 habits in a healthy relationship. So let's begin. So healthy relationships, they have similar commonalities. And I think that a lot of times in the beginning of our relationship, those pheromones, right? Those we get so in love. But I tell this to all couples: love is not an emotion; it's a commitment, and commitment is hard. In the United States, January 1st, everyone is in the gym. They made resolutions to lose weight or to get muscular, right? By February, March, the gym is empty. Commitment is hard. But we want to look at some of the commonalities that we can work on by really adapting and then changing and sacrificing in the relationship and making that a habit. You will have a healthy relationship. So many of us have heard that term, honeymoon stage. In the honeymoon stage, when you get into a new relationship or marriage for up to maybe 6 to 8 months, they can do no wrong. But then after that time, they start to argue, they start to disagree. And I'm going to say something controversial where it's good to argue, right? Disagreements and arguments, the ideal goal is to find a solution together, right? We don't fight for the sake of fighting. And if you can control that argument or disagreement, you will find a solution to that issue together. So many of these habits that I'm going to be talking about, they're like, duh, like this makes sense. I knew this, but knowing and actually doing it, two different things. So in some couples that I talk to, actually most, they say that after a while they feel like not married or like a couple. They feel like they're roommates. And so you will never every day feel like I'm on my honeymoon. I'm so in love with that other person. There are days that you will wake up and say in your head, hopefully you won't say that to the other person, I just don't like you. Or I'm annoyed at you. But those are your emotions because you feel like the honeymoon stage, those feelings are high and when they start to go down, then you think, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to be with that person. Do not rely on your relationship on your emotions only. Yes, it's great to have emotions, but don't let that be the engine of your relationship. So here are the 10 ways to strengthen your relationship. Number 1, make big decisions jointly. They say it's always good to have 2 sets of eyes, 2 sets of ears, 2 brains to kind of navigate through life. And the first thing I tell couples is you have to change your mindset. What does that mean? Not my way, not your way, our way. See that change in that mindset? It's not my way. It's not your way. It's our way. And we're going to figure things out. And so when you try to control the other person to say, we're going to go this way, or we're going to go this way, or we're going to do this, or we're going to move here, and we're going to do, no. You come together, 2 individuals coming together as one entity. And the mindset has to be focused on us, not my decision, not your decision, our decision, not your money, my money, our money, not my future, not your future, our future. It starts with the mindset of unity in the relationship. Second, make forgiveness a way of life. In the foundation of your relationship, there has to be forgiveness. If you don't, you will never be happy in your relationship or marriage. See, if what I've noticed as I'm getting older is I'm not perfect. My wife isn't perfect. You have two imperfect people coming together to create this life together, and it gets messy, and people make mistakes. I don't like that term, I've forgiven you, but I haven't forgotten, which means I haven't really forgiven you. It's still in the back of my mind. We must be able to forgive one another in order to have a healthy relationship. I say this example of not being able to forgive your partner or your spouse. It's like having rotten food. You haven't forgive them, and you put that in the refrigerator and you close it. And you think that that smell will only stay around the rotten food. No, it will penetrate that smell in every part of that inside of the refrigerator to other parts of the food. So when you have this resentment and this anger for your spouse or your partner, it spreads in a toxic way to your well-being, to your soul, to your heart. And it eventually will change your relationship with other people besides your spouse or your partner. Number 3, share common interests. This is very important because you guys need to have a few common things. And when I counsel couples, when they feel like strangers or roommates, I tell them, pick up a hobby together. And they look at me like, what? See, picking up a hobby or doing things together, it builds the connection, but also, most importantly, it helps you to communicate. You're talking. When you start talking, right? What did you do when people first meet? They start dating, right? A lot. What happens is they talk. They talk about their favorite color. They talk about their family. They talk about their expenses, their jobs. They do all that, and they get closer. For some of us, we've gone distant. We have drifted away from the other person, especially if we have kids, because then we put a lot of our focus on our kids, and that's fine, but you can't forget the other person. So communicate, pick up something. Even if you don't like painting or go and learn a new dance or a dancing club or anything else, how about you say, we're going to start taking walks. Let's start taking walks around the block. Well, when you start walking, you probably will communicate. And it will slowly bring you guys together. Number 4, practice acceptance. And this is very important because, like I said before, no one is perfect. Everyone has flaws. Your job is not to change the other person, right? Your job is not to change the other person. Yes, if they have some bad habits, you can help them overcome them and maybe pick up some good habits. But your job is not to change them. It's hard enough to change your own bad habits. Think of the frustration. Think of the madness that you go through trying to change the other person. Again, I'm not saying if they have bad habits that you just let them be, but you can help them get out of those bad habits. Number 5, make your partner feel loved. There's a famous book called the 5 love languages. And uh, every person is loved in 5 different ways, and they're different from anyone else. If we try to love our spouse, our partner, not in their love language, not in the way that they most appreciate it, then we're missing the point. We're supposed to get to know them well and even ask them, what is your love language? What is your love language so I can love you to the fullest, to the way that you receive it very well? Learn what makes your partner feel loved and make a habit of doing those things. And this is very important. A lot of us, that's a little bit too much. I don't think I can do that. You have to get out of your comfortable zones in order to love that other person. That's part of sacrificing. Because you love that other person, you will do whatever it takes to make them feel loved for the rest of your lives. Number 6, and some people say, huh? But this is important too in having a healthy, loving relationship. Enjoy some activities separately. The other person cannot completely satisfy you 100% of your needs all the time. You need to be with your bros. You need to be with your sisterhood, right? Because in a way, when you do that, it's a healthy process of you being able to miss them. What does that mean? 2020, you had the pandemic. People worked from home. Kids, went to school at home through Zoom. So everyone was together. During that pandemic, you were around your spouse or partner all the time. And there was a spike in separations and divorces after that. You cannot be around that person 24/7. There's no way. You need to separate, do your own things, because you'll miss them. And then you can come back and you can share what you did with your friends and share what had happened. So enjoy some time out with your coworkers and friends. I think it's healthy. What is unhealthy is, hanging out with them all the time and not having enough time for your spouse or your partner. Number 7, share at bedtime. And I would also include with this, share meals together. I know that some of you have busy jobs, busy careers, but it's very, very important that you have time to hit the sheets, to cuddle, right? To snuggle. And it's interesting, scientists have found out through couples that have been together for a long time, that when they go to sleep, their heartbeats, they start beating rhythmically. And I remember an elderly couple growing up across the street, and the husband passed away. Well, about 6 months later, the wife passed away. You can call it they died of a broken heart, but because they built their life together and they slept together, their hearts were rhythmically beating together. And when you take one away, the other one is at a loss. So snuggle, take naps, right? It brings not only that emotional intimacy, but that physical intimacy as well. Number 8, and this is, I would put a little star, exclamation point. I would put this in big bold, communicate openly. This is, if you want to have a healthy relationship, communicate, communicate, communicate. This is something that all of us have to do a better job at. See, no one should be able to say, well, I'm not a talker. Well, you need to explain and communicate with the other person your feelings, your wants, things that you don't like. Practice communicating strengthens relationships. No one is born as an excellent, great communicator. It says that it takes 10,000 hours to be a master of something. So if you play an instrument, if you do something that you like to do, if you put 10,000 hours into it, you're a master of that. How about us? Do we practice communicating with our partner, our significant other, or a spouse? And something very important. What's the opposite of communication? And a lot of people would say, not communicating. No. The opposite of communication is assumptions. You are assuming things. Oh, I like this type of ice cream. I guess they like it too. No. Why don't you ask them? Assumptions have caused a lot of couples to argue and to bicker and to fight because they didn't communicate. They just assumed. Communicate with your partner every day and practice it daily. Number 9, share a vision of the future. Again, it is two people coming together, right? Going in the same direction, right? They are saying, we're coming together. Let's go this way. Okay. Well, how are we going to get that way? Well, let's talk about it. We have these goals. We have these obstacles. How can we go in that direction? And again, this will cause two people to get even closer because they're thinking, their mindset is us against the world. We can do this. We can buy our own house. We can raise a beautiful family. Shared vision brings a couple together. Create this vision. It's amazing to me that sometimes couples in the beginning of their relationship, they don't talk about where they want to be in 5 years or 10 years, not just in their profession, but for their family and even for their relationship. Talk about these things, set goals, challenge and grow, because here's the thing. People usually assume, oh, we're together, we're married, or we've been together for 5 years or 10 years. You have to build a system together. That system is, how can we build our relationship or marriage to be strong enough to deal with these obstacles and hardships in this world? They don't say that in movies, romantic movies or TV shows, but I'm telling you, you have to build a system together in order to build a healthy and strong relationship. And number 10, lastly, trust rather than distrust. I talk to a lot of couples, and one of them feels like the other person is cheating on them or doing something secretly. Again, when you don't have the full picture, do you lean toward trusting or distrusting your partner? See, when you just trust the other person, you're setting yourself up to always think in a negative perspective, always living in fear. Maybe they're seeing someone else. Maybe they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. And when you keep on thinking about that, that's going to cause you anxiety. Guess what's going to happen when people are anxious? You just poke them a little, a fight begins. So learn how to trust the other person until they break that trust. Give them that space to explain rather than jumping to conclusions. Creating a trusting bond that can stand the test of time requires work and an effective set of habits. And the little things matter in your relationship. Strengthen it by working on those 10 habits. And there's a lot more. We can't stop working on our relationship. Again, people think we're married, we've been together for 5, 10 years. I got them, I got her, we don't have to work anymore. No, you have to actually work hard. That's the beginning of your journey. The dating part, that was easy. The hard part is actually, I lost my job, or our kid has cancer, or something else traumatic. How can we work together to find a solution to get over this and to build a healthy relationship together? You cannot take an easy way. You have to build this together. It takes time, it takes effort. So, for a few minor changes in your relationship or marriage, you can actually make it very healthy and prosperous for the rest of your lives. See, this is my last slide, and I picked this because if you notice that couple, they're old. I think the most romantic thing is not rose petals and flowers and candy and getting the person's name on a billboard saying, "Will you please marry me?" The most romantic thing is to see an old couple walking side by side, holding hands. To me, that is the most romantic thing. And so I hope I didn't go too fast. Sometimes when I'm excited, I just want to everything. I have so much more in my head that I want to share with you. But that's it for those 10 healthy habits. And this is not for couples. See, the thing that some people have a misconception is they believe that, hey, I'm not fighting. These tips will help you to have a long lasting and healthy relationship. So stop fighting at each other, but start fighting for each other. And so that is it. I hope I didn't go too fast and too hard. I can talk another couple of hours because this fascinates me. So I'll close my mouth.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for the wonderful insights about having a healthy relationship or building a healthy relationship. So, with that, do we have questions on the comment section? Let me check. Hi, from Enrique Medel. We got them from Facebook Live. Hello to, yeah. So, thank you. We'd like to thank you for this free webinar on building relationships, healthy relationships, I mean. Um, so they don't have questions.
Okay, that's good for me. uh, I,
Yeah, do you have any few more words to say before we end the show?
yeah, I mean, in the United States, divorce is 50%. And I think that the main thing that I'm seeing when I'm working with couples is that they stop valuing each other. And once you start valuing the other person, then it goes south. It goes really bad. I think for those of you who are at the end of their rope, they're frustrated with the other person, don't give up on them. And tell them that you love them, that you appreciate them. You don't want them to go away. You don't want to lose them. But like I said, this is a fight together. You have to fight together for this relationship because you have something very special. And so I just wanted to encourage all you guys to have hope and to really appreciate the other person in your life.
That's very nice. Somehow I can relate to this. And thank you so much, Stephen, Kim, for putting this up. And yeah, happy Hearts Day to everyone. So hello, If you have any questions, just put that down on the comment section. And of course, we have a freebie of a 30-minute free consultation. If you are interested to know more about how to build healthy relationships and how to just rekindling that spark of yours. So we have this QR code here. You can scan it there, and yeah, you can book the online book that online for a free 30-minute consultation. And yes, thank you so much again to Stephen Kim from US. Of course, would like to thank FH Moms, Get Hired Online. We have Bibong Pinay. And then don't forget to follow us, Healthy Expressions, on Facebook. We're also on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone. um and enjoy the rest of the weekend. And yeah, thank you again and goodbye.